We all have places from our past that make us long for the good old days, like neighborhood shops or local restaurants that are now a part of history. But in Russellville, Alabama, there's no need for nostalgia because one community landmark has stood the test of time. Melissa Bowman has saved us a table at the Frosty Inn.
You can't miss it. If you ever travel Highway 43 in Russellville, Alabama, you will notice a unique attraction.
The barrel is an eye-catching part of the building, and we do have a lot of people that will stop just because the barrel's on the top. They want to see what it's all about.
For locals, it's the familiar symbol of the Frosty Inn, and newcomers discover what they already know. This is a great place to enjoy old school eats.
We're fortunate that we are still carrying on some traditions here. We serve just a traditional American style food, hamburgers, hot dogs, we have some great ice cream, and we just are trying to continue what was started many years ago.
In 1960, John F. Kennedy was elected president. Spartacus was in theaters, and everyone was dancing the twist. It's also when the Frosty Inn opened, and almost 65 years later, it is still going strong. Oh, that's me.
It's been here for so long, and there's so many traditions in this town, and our customers are just, they remember those things. They remember dating their wives or their husbands, their first dates, or getting engaged here, or just hanging out after football games.
The Frosty Inn will always be linked to original owners Betty and Raymond Grissom. The hard-working husband and wife were a fixture for years. In 2012, the restaurant nearly closed, but Pam Hester, a Grissom relative, and her husband took the reins. Pam grew up going to the Frosty Inn, like so many of her customers.
I remember coming here since I was playing t-ball, probably 5 or 6 years old. We'd come here after games, eat, get ice cream. Ice cream was the biggest thing after them playing in the summertime. My parents, their parents brought them here when they was little, and I'm sure I'll be bringing my future kids here when they're after ball games and stuff. It's a tradition around here.
Even those who've moved away from Russellville can't stay away from the Frosty Inn.
I grew up here, so it was something we did as kids and teenagers. We would come and have a good time in here. But I live in Florence now, so I just come back when I get a chance. I come by Frosty Inn and get a chili dog.
Although there's been a few updates, like adding new menu items alongside all the old favorites, not much has changed since 1960. In fact, the window service from back in the day is still up and running. Something else that's never changed is the customer service.
They make you feel like you're at home. It's just, everyone's treated with respect. It's, when everybody comes in, they treat you like a friend and not just a customer. It's hard to beat that.
In a world of chains, Frosty Inn is a rarity. It continues to survive because no matter how hectic life gets, we will always go back to those places that bring us comfort.
There are other places that have come and gone, but Frosty Inn is still here, and it's familiar. It's just like walking into, a building that you've been in a million times. You know what you're going to get when you order something, and it's just a great feeling to be able to do that.
For Simply Southern, I'm Melissa Bowman.
As we learned, the original owners of the Frosty Inn were Betty and Raymond Grissom. Now, sadly, Mr. Grissom has passed away, but Mrs. Grissom still visits the restaurant, and customers love to see her. Pam Hester says she usually orders her favorite menu item, the chili dog, but will occasionally opt for the chicken strips.
Well, now, did you guys eat while you were there?
Mary. Really?
I know, silly question.
Of course we did. Melissa got the cheeseburger and fries, and I got one of my all-time favorite meals, a chili dog and tater tots, and they were all good. Of course, we thought it'd be rude to leave without trying the ice cream. The hard part was deciding from the many flavors that they offer.
Well, what flavor did you go with?
Well, at Pam's suggestion, we had cotton candy, and it was delicious. But you know my theory, they don't make any bad ice cream. To learn more about the Frosty Inn, you can find them on Facebook at Grissom's Frosty Inn. Up next on Simply Southern, you'll meet the face behind the voice of the Alabama AgCast, a weekly podcast for farmers and really anybody who wants to learn about where their food comes from and the issues that affect it.
What you doing? Just saving Kevin some money by bundling his home and auto coverage.
Nice. I wonder what Kevin's doing.
You do your thing. We've got you covered.
U.S. farm-raised catfish is more than a delicious, healthy meal. It's an experience. That's why we created the Catfish Trail. Spanning 6 states and hundreds of miles, these restaurants serve catfish the way it was meant to be enjoyed. And while you eat like a local, you'll also be supporting American farmers. Find your next stop on the Catfish Trail at uscatfish.com.
Soybeans is a very versatile product. We make crayons out of it.
A lot of the combines you see rolling through the fields have a lot of plastic side panels that are made from a soy product.
The soybeans that we grow on our farm mostly goes into chicken feed.
Soybean production in Alabama employs over 10,000 people.
We grow some of the best soybeans in the world.
We go the extra mile to make sure when our name is stamped on it, we know it's the best product we can produce.
Get discounts on national brands and at local businesses with your Alpha Farmers membership. Members save hundreds with Ford, John Deere, Case IH, and Caterpillar. Plus, enjoy special rates at Choice and Wyndham Hotels. Benefits include rewards at Office Depot, Priester's Pecans, tourism destinations, and more. Download the Alpha Perks app, visit alphafarmers.org/perks, or stop by your local Alpha office and start saving today.
Hey y'all, I'm Kim Earwood with Alabama Ag in the Classroom. This rural dictionary is right on target as we define common hunting terms. Appropriately named, a tree stand is attached to a tree to give a hunter a better vantage point. It looks like a ladder with a sitting platform at the top. A blind is a small shelter that reduces the chances of an animal detecting a hunter. These can be on the ground or elevated. To attract wildlife, landowners plant food plots featuring the desired animal's favorite treats, like clover, alfalfa, or wildflowers. You can rack up even more agricultural knowledge if you go online to alabamaAITC.org. This rural dictionary is brought to you by Alabama Ag in the Classroom. See you next time.